flood valve. So what I'm going to do here in just a minute or so is I'm going to fire up the engines. We're then going to flood the entire bottom deck and go underneath that blue bridge. So if you are sitting downstairs right now, I sure hope you're wearing sandals. There's no room up here. The water level does have to exactly go out from the lock that we are in comparison to the canal directly in front of us, where if there's a couple inches of difference, so it is actually impossible for these lock tanks to swing the gates open. The weight bearing down these gates is an absolutely incredible number. It is estimated about 5 tons for a square meter of water, everyone. Once one level does equal out, it is relatively easy. They will swing the gates in front of us open, then one of them are going to head up there to swing that blue bridge in front of us, just starting right now, and we'll all continue on our way.
Opening the gates now. See that man, the one, the other one. It's opening. No, go. We'll stand that one. They opening the way so we can go
Let's
past.
go, guys.
All clear.
They open the gate so we can pass.
Hey guys.
It's not the best for water skiing behind, but we can pull a million tubes.
Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to tell, it's Becca's birthday today! Happy birthday, Becca! I don't know when Becca's birthday is.
Happy birthday, Happy!
As we can all well imagine, especially during the very busy summer months right here in town, this
Nandun
bridge
pa,
is
kaya lang,
directly in front of us.
pa-birthday ko ito sa kanya.
5 or 6, it could even swing up to 10 times an hour. This normally holds up traffic in both directions for an awfully long way. But you know the people of Peterborough right here, they are an awfully patient bunch. They will quietly sit in their cars, talk amongst themselves, or listen to the radio for 10 or even up to 15 minutes at a time. You know what? Sometimes they even get downright friendly, take but a moment of their busy schedules to even roll down their windows and wave at us. Oddly enough, sometimes with only one finger extended.
So we're passing now to the
But if
canal.
that's the case, I want you all just to smile and wave back. I'm sure it is just a friendly Peterborough greeting, everyone. This next old bridge we're all going to come up and go by right up here on our right-hand side is that of the old CP rail line, everyone. It actually used to be a V line for a great many years and connect a lot of the small towns from Havelock all the way to Toronto. They have discontinued that via service. It is just basically used for freight train operation nowadays. But there's a lot of talk about bringing the via service back now. Sparkler Waters Rail Line's construction is supposed to re-begin this year. We'll see if that actually goes through this time. With the train bridge coming up, it still swings a couple times a day and usually left closed for late night trains traveling to town. The largest user of this track, Quaker Oats. They bring most of the grain products into the rail truck. Quaker Oats does export some 60,000 bushels of material every single
Not as
day.
lower.
The second
It's only
largest user
canal.
of this track is a company called
Narrow
Canal,
canal.
and it is a mining corporation. It's a little north of Havelock, Ontario, and they mine nepheline cyanide there.
But
It is
we have
used for
cold
a lot
water
of
on the
different
bottom.
things, but it is a raw
I
material
brought
for
two
concrete.
bottles.
Back in the old days, 2 men had come right down here with a very large turnstile key. They drop it right into the center of this bridge and then walk around in circles, very much like the lock attendants did the last lockage. It would take them about 15 or 20 minutes to open and close the train bridge each way. Nowadays, though, they use a 5-horse electric engine. It does the exact same task, but quite a bit quicker. They now open and close the train bridge in 5 or 6 minutes time. Nonetheless, if we had a power outage in the area and they needed to open and close this very large train bridge, they could still do that manually. I think I'd get used to this, just sitting here talking about driving. Be here long enough, good. As long as I don't crash into it. Through a very large majority of this canal system right here in town, ladies and gentlemen, if you look down to either side of us, right down here where the water meets the shoreline, there's all these cage baskets filled with flat rock. Today known as gabion wall. This is used in Venice, Italy, and it dates all the way back to Egyptian times, when they used to have canals that crisscross through Egypt. The gabion walling right here in Peterborough does two things. One, following in behind us right now, we have a large wave or a wake. Whereas this wave or wake washes into the gabion walling, it is very quickly dispersed. So no matter how many boats are traveling up and down this way, up and down this canal system, it's always nice and smooth. The second thing it does is it prevents the shoreline from eroding back into the center of our canal, everyone. For if this gabion walling was not here, this canal would fill the soil in one very short season of operation. Right?
That's right.
Not only do boaters and fishermen like using this canal system right here in town, everyone, just across the street from us is the Golfland. It's an 18-hole golf course. It's actually a rather nice course to run. Well, if the grass was looking a little gray or shady, let's say, they have a bump house just up ahead on the other side of the road and a tube that runs right underneath the road and right into the side of the canal. So whenever they need to water their lawns, all they do is turn on the irrigation system. It sucks water from the canal underneath the road and disperses throughout their entire property. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be some golfers in that field today wishing to turn on the sprinkler system. But as we round the final maple tree coming up, we are now approaching the highlight of our trip, which is the Peterborough Hydraulic Lift Wall. When this structure coming up first opened, well over 100 years ago,
This is what I saw in
at the time,
YouTube.
it was the world's largest solid piece of concrete. Because there were no structures that were anywhere in the world as large as this, entirely made of concrete.
Going down.
What this is, ladies and gentlemen, is two very large identical chambers, and they are resting side by side. Each one of these very large chambers are both resting on very large black cylinders. We're going to see one of those cylinders stretching out on the right-hand side today. Each one of those cylinders, and directly below them, they're connected to press wells. They go some 80 feet into the ground. But 127 feet below the Canadian flag of that center column tower, a large crossover valve connects the two large press wells. I'm going to give you all a quick explanation on how this works right now, and we'll get right into the chamber. Hopefully we'll give me enough time to explain it a little bit more in detail. Probably right about now, most of us should be able to see the one chamber way up there on the right-hand side, and the secondary chambers in its